what nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's hashtag anime nerdigan review is going to be for Berserk 2017, episode 4, titled Forest of Demonic Beasts. And before I get to the actual review, let me just briefly cover how I do my anime reviews, because they're a little bit different than your average anime tuber. So basically, while I watch the episode of the anime, I have the corresponding manga chapter, and if the anime doesn't match the manga, because it's supposed to be a manga to anime adaptation, I'm gonna call it out. With the exception of word changes, because that would mean we would be here for a freaking hour. Seriously. In regards to word changes and dialogue and stuff, if the context of the dialogue is in the anime is different from what the manga intended, then I will call it out. Anyway, let's get to this review. So we get a recap of what happened in chapter 191 when Farnese joins us, and then it jumps to the middle of chapter 195, which I'm totally fine with, because there was a lot of shit that was going on last episode. So I'm totally fucking fine with the anime doing this. You get a pass for this. But this was skipped at the end of chapter 195, which really pissed me off, because it was a really funny Puck moment, which was, "Now you shall teach them the power of elf dimension style," and there was no "I shan't." And I wish it would have been there. That was completely skipped. But after the opening song, it goes into chapter 196. In chapter 185, or not 195, 196, the facial expression of Puck when he's looking at Pico is just so perfect. This is like, I hope that we keep this up. There was like maybe one time or no, it's just been skipped. It hasn't been bipolar on Puck's facial expressions. They just skip it if they're not going to skip the dialogue instead, which kind of frustrates me that they skip the dialogue, but at least we're being consistent anime on something. But this is so adorable. I love Puck's facial expressions. They're so cute. Kind of screwed up a little bit of the dialogue here with Guts here, with what he was saying during the training. He was saying this, and this is what he says in the manga: "I ain't got much time. I'll teach you the basics and spar with you, but the rest is up to you. If you want to get good at killing, first use your head and think for yourself. Not thinking on the battlefield will get you dead quick. And what if you beat me stupid first? You whack the hell out of me." And this was skipped too. "I want to season it a bit more, but we are starting to run out. Yeah, you're likely to need salt after exertion." But the rest of this portion has been really, really good. I loved it when Guts whacked him in the head. That shit was so funny. It was like whack. But they kind of shortened it and like simplified it in the anime, like what Guts was saying, but like they cut on the battlefield, you'll get dead real quick. I wish they would have kept that, because that shit was just funny as fuck in the manga. Oops. My freaking stupid ad. Even though the stuff with the mushrooms was fucking hilarious, the facial expressions of them being poisoned was fucking hilarious. Why'd you skip the dialogue? Pico said this, and this was in the manga, and this was skipped. "Not to worry, I will take over. That was a close one." But the facial expressions, they're so perfect. I love it. This was skipped too, like Puck causing shenanigans was skipped. I hope this doesn't happen throughout the anime, because there's a lot of shenanigans that Puck gets into, which was this. When he tells Farnese, "That's the way, rub it hard against the rock." Right. So we're back to being bipolar on the inner monologues, that anime, because you just cut this out. It's starting out, it's laughable, which was in the anime. This is what was cut. "Being exposed to terror every night made me realize how diminutive is my existence. I was prepared for that, but even as I become used to the grotesque I see now, that I can't actually do anything in my mundane daily life. I don't think I can suddenly make believe that I'm a maidservant, but all I can do is gather firewood and babysit. back then I was confident that as long as I went with him, something inside me would change dramatically. And then we get back to, you know, the manga canon when, you know, when Farnese talks to Casca. But, I mean, like, this has been happening a lot in anime, and it's really starting to piss me off. This isn't the first one that's been doing this, but, Bushu Shoujo Metabolism did it, and Renai Boken did it too, where they're just, like, cutting out, like, the inner monologues that reflect the characterization or the character building of some of the characters in the anime, or I should say in the manga. So it's kind of getting really annoying. I don't know why anime is doing this right now. It's getting on my fucking nerves. I don't know if anyone else has noticed it like I have, but it's pissing me the fuck off. And I'm about to make a rant video on it, that's for sure. This was skipped too. Wanting to decorate yourself majestically and oppress others and oppress another is understandable under such conditions. That looks fun. May I? I have been so small. That was in the anime, and I'm just like thinking, you're just gonna cut shit out, really? This is getting really, really annoying. It's fucking bullshit. Like, God, stop cutting out inner monologues, damn it. And this part was cut out too. I better head back. The sun is setting. So, like, I don't understand. We're just being bipolar on inner monologues now, anime. Like, I thought you were better than this, Berserk. I really thought you were better than this. And she does. I will give the anime credit for that. Farnese says, you know, or she's thinking it's my fault because it says here she's my responsibility. So I'm not gonna, you know, cut. I'll give you some slack on that. You get a pass on that. But this part you did kind of skip, which was before that, which was, oh no, if the sun sets before then that was kind of skipped, and that's kind of annoying. I'm getting really, like, I don't understand why we're skipping so much content. Oh, and Answer Me was cut as well after the Casca. But, yeah. Well, now we're getting inner monologues, though, at least. Thank you, anime. And more inner monologue is cut, which is darkness that bears down. It's like I've fallen into a deep abyss. I can no longer move. Just cower and be small. Yeah, that's kind of cut. And that's kind of annoying. Stop cutting shit, anime! Ah! Part of the dialogue was cut here a little bit as well, which was, last night was no this was cut. Right here. Last night was no picnic. Even Serpico ran off to look for you. But I'm going to say, I'll read the rest of it anyway. Thanks to that, it was just me and Guts struggling to protect Casca. That part was, for the most part, in the anime, so I'm not going to complain. But the first part really wasn't, so yeah. So, Farnese in the anime says who would go back in regards to going back to the Holy City, but... no! I wish it would have... The anime said that, but the manga it says I never said that. I wish it would have just stuck with that. But I gotta say, up to this point, like in the past few weeks or this past week's animes, they've been really, really shitty when it came to like the flow of the events and stuff. But here, Berserk, at least you are staying true to the manga when it comes to the flow of events. I am giving you props for that. But something that Berserk is doing this week that the animes like Renai Boken and Bushu Shoujo Metabolism are doing is they're cutting out these these inner monologues that are, you know, are characterization of inner monologues that are really important. And again, this is skipped from Lady Farnese. If I go back, I'll be buried again, however powerless, helpless, and clumsy. For the first time, I'm discovering myself. We get to see, we're seeing it visually, it's matching panel for panel, but unlike Bushu Shoujo Metabolism, where it wasn't really visually panel per panel matching, like this is at least, but still, I feel like this is just cutting out some of the characterization / the character development of Lady Farnese, and it's really annoying that for some reason, all the animes this week decided to cut, that are supposed to be, that I'm watching, that are manga to anime adaptations, decided to cut out one important characterization. It's just like, one character's characterization. It's just like kind of really annoying. So I guess inner monologues are shit. It don't mean shit in this anime right now, because we skipped, there's a little thing going on with the, over there was should I strike from below, that little thing going on, and then this too, disappear Midland after Guts found out about Midland disappearing. That was him thinking about that was skipped, which is kind of annoying. So there you go. There, I guess the inner monologues and thinking about shit is just not happening this episode. So I would say for the most part, because now we're going into chapter 197, chapter 196. Visually, it was adapted perfectly. I just did not like that the only thing that was really missing visually was when there was like a scene, as I mentioned earlier, where Puck and Farnese were causing a little bit of shenanigans with the laundry. Like, Puck was the one encouraging her to do it. We didn't get to see that. But the thing that's bothering me the most about 196 that I really can't stand, that it feels like it took the life out of the chapter by not having the inner monologues there. I don't understand, why wouldn't you have the inner monologues if you're adapting chapter 196? Because for Farnese, like, this is Farnese's chapter in the sense, like, she's trying to figure out who she is and all this shit. So, like, I just didn't understand that. But for the most part, visually, everything was there. I'm not going to complain too much. It's not like Red Eye Boken, where shit was literally cut out to the point where it was nothing like the manga. Damn, that episode pissed me off yesterday. Oh my god. Anyway, now we're getting on into chapter 197. So we're just going to cut the first part of chapter 197 out with the thieving and shit. That's not fair. Okay, here. Let's get to this part here. This is what was skipped. Hey there, just wait, you thief. He's catching up. Crap, that old ass is faster than I thought. You sure cost me time. What the blazes is this world coming to? A kid like you, a bandit? I can't even do business peacefully. Here, mister, I know what it's like. A kid like you making it on his own. Just keep quiet and take it. Mister, Honey's crying. Don't let it get you down, Sonny. And Puck's up there, like, eating an apple already. Easy drop. And he fucked him over. Hand him all over, stingy bastard. Growing boys need nourishment, you bull-headed twitch. You rotten scoundrel. You won't get away with this, you little brat. I'll tie you up and toss you in the river. Fishing? Huh? No thanks. Ah, shit. How am I gonna land a hit on Guts? That'd be tough with your skills, and him being nearly a monster and all. My gloves are worn and my joints ache. And then we get to where the anime is, and it's like, you just took some of the comedy out. Like, come on, anime. Like, I hate when anime does this, is when it feels like they're draining the comedy out of manga and trying to take itself too serious, and the anime tries to take itself too seriously. I can't stand when that shit happens. It's so annoying. Duh, stop doing that. Berserk anime, you're better than this. And this part was something else that's been happening in a lot of anime this week, especially, is that they just cut like random portions of the dialogue too. And Berserk, I guess, is no exception this week. I thought Berserk would stop this trend, but I guess not. I'm asking, I guess, for too much. So this is what was skipped. Puck said, there's no way I could stand up to an adult in a fair fight. Or sorry, no, that wasn't Puck. It was Ishii that said it. Sorry. There's no way I could stand up to an adult in a fair fight. I've survived because of these and my wits. And your and then Puck says, and your impudence and depravity. And I wish that would have been in there because Puck is just so funny. Like I just feel like some of the comedy is being taken away, and it's not fair. Anime, why? And I guess characters are not thinking in here in this anime still, because there's Guts thinking whoa was skipped, and Serpico thinking oh my was skipped. And I miss Puck's saying an elf's work is never done is skipped. And also Ishii saying really is skipped as well. That was like just Berserk. Just you've been doing so well, Berserk. At least I will give Berserk this. At least the flow again, with the exception of that huge scene being cut in the beginning, or of chapter 197 being cut. Or I should say comedic scene. This anime is not the worst anime, that episode I've watched this week. That's to Ren Eye Boken. Ren Eye Boken this week was the worst episode thus far. this was skipped too. I missed the. Why wasn't Puck saying then? How about the traditional school of elf dimension style? Like, come on. And also this was cut from Ishii as well. You sure about me and you sure about a novice like me learning these kind of improvised tactics? And like, yeah, I know the dialogue was shortened on some of the portions of Guts' speech to Ishii, but this part was completely cut out right here. Was besides, a battlefield's different from exhibition games. You don't just have one opponent and there's arrows and cannonballs flying around. You can't survive only on sword skills. That said, it ain't uncommon for some half-assed master to get swarmed and killed by some gang wanting to get famous. Then how do you? I told you already. Stream what few wits you have and think for yourself. Isn't that how you've made it this far? That was cold. Then Puck said, "That was cold." On that note, Elf Dimension style is one of force man to man. Why? Why did you cut this part of the dialogue out? Like, it's annoying. So I guess this week is just the week of cutting out characterizations in anime because Isidoru's characterization inner monologue just cut out, which was this when he was like laying down and over by the waterfall. Isidoro, stop this! You aren't ready yet. If you won't do things that when you can, you won't ever do them. Farewell. Thinking about it, maybe I've been on a battlefield since the time I ran out of the ran out on the village. It was careless of me to rely on others. I'll be the one who uses them. And then this got skipped as well. And then Puck comes up and he's like, "Come, leave it to these arms, my son. There's no need to be obstinate. Go on, rely as your master. I'll spoil you plenty. Quit reading people's monologues." Like, that was skipped. Like, a disciple has no privacy. Dro, how pretentious for a greenhorn. In the first place, just what do you plan to do once you learn the sword from me? Government service or something? I lost? What a laugh. Me in government service? A court servant? No thanks. Then why? Listen up. What I'm after ain't as petty as court service or rising up in society. What I'm after is being the ultimate swordsman. Ultimate. And then Puck's face is just so cute. And this was all cut. And again, I guess this is the week of just cutting characterization. Like, I probably am going to do a rant about this tomorrow because I gotta make sure the other animes aren't cutting it. I doubt if Boku no Hero Academia, or I'm sorry, My Hero Academia cuts out characterization tomorrow, I'm gonna be so fucking disappointed in you, My Hero Academia. I swear to God. But shit, Berserk, I did not think you would do this. I really didn't. I am so disappointed in you, Berserk. You were doing so well for yourself. And you, oh my God, Berserk. I'm so fucking disappointed in you, Berserk. And I forgot this part was cut off as well. That was, what was that iffy wry smile for? It might work. It's simple-minded. Like, the comedy is being cut out. Like, Berserk is trying to take itself way too seriously right now. And it is very, very annoying. Stop. Stop trying to take yourself too seriously, Berserk. I know you can be a very serious manga. You are a very scary manga. You are one of the most disturbing mangas I've ever read. But you have your comedic moments too, and it balances out the disturbingness, and it's one of the things I love about you, Berserk. It is. This was cut as well. Farnese thinking, I really don't think I could come to like handling meat. It's disgusting. That was cut as well. Like, in the background, you're supposed to see, like, the chaos going on with the, Ishii and Puck, and you're not. But, like, I rewatched the scene, and, like, it's like this, it's implying that the scene with Puck and Ishii is happening, but at least the anime is implying that it's happening. But, like, I would have liked to seen the scene animated, because that shit would have been so fucking funny. Like, I wanted to see it animated. This is one of the things I would have loved to see it animated, is that scene. I love the comedic shit in Berserk. It's fucking hilarious. But no, we decided not to animate it. This part of Pico's dialogue was cut, and again, anime has been doing this week. I don't understand why. Which was this: by going along with you, Lady Farnese is exposed to danger. If I could, I would like to make her abandon this reckless journey at once. And then, you know, it goes back to the anime goes back to the manga canon where it goes however that is what she herself wishes. And this was cut as well from Serpico's dialogue, but alas, I set aside my personal feelings. Of course, I'm gonna just wait until my rant this weekend. I'm probably gonna make it on tomorrow night or Sunday. Just wait. This week has just really pissed me off with the anime, I swear to God. And then they continue to, this whole thing gets cut, which was when Berserk's singing Oddball, and, Guts is singing Oddball, and then Pico says, however, if this journey leads to something such as her demise, that is when, as you wish, I shall oppose you as an individual. I do hope you understand. Then Guts says, I'll keep it in mind. Yeah, all of this shit was cut, but at least now we're getting back to now the anime's getting back to the manga canon. And this was cut as well. Kidnapping them right in front of me, you creep. And then Puck's like, a thief's pride doesn't forgive. Oh my gosh. And Puck thinking this feeling was cut as well. I guess inner monologues and thinking are just not gonna be in this episode today. The troll. Oh my God, the animation of the troll is beautiful. Oh my God, the animation of the troll is so nice. Oh my God, Berserk anime, thank you for at least giving us a good look at troll. I love it. That's one thing this anime has done right, is the animation of the creatures, and the demons and the troll, and in this case the trolls. They look so fucking nice. Oh my God, they don't look like something in a PlayStation 1 game. They look like something they should be in a PS4 game. No, that's a troll, or Puck saying new species of ape, and freaking no, Easy saying gross, like, stop draining the comedy from this manga. Here it comes, Isidiro. Stones, we should hurry and get away. That was cut too. No, wait, just one enemy. When you look close, it's not built all that big. Right, I'll take it. Well, hey, and now we're getting to the good stuff here. Anime, I'm so excited for what you're gonna do with this. This was skipped. More inner monologues are being skipped in chapter 198. That's just yes, we're in chapter 198 now. What the hell? It ain't nearly as slow as it looks. What? Stupid? I'm dead. And then the berries hit. I'm dead was skipped, but the berries did hit, and this was done right. And then we get to see the witch. I'm so excited. I was so excited to see her. I was like thinking, oh my God, Shrieky, it's about fucking time we get to see her. So this part was skipped as well. Before the look all around you was what is that? There's danger. Be quiet. Ugh. And then we get back to the canon here. I take that back. I'm gonna die was there, or in the I'm dead / I'm gonna die was there in the anime. So I got to make sure I take that back. That was there. So of course, like the rest of the anime episodes this week, we skip dialogue that has important details like this. Trolls rarely hunt alone. They are sure to form packs. And then we get back to the canon. I'm just like thinking to myself, like, Renai Boken was the worst this week when it came to skipping important content. But geez, Berserk, why would you skip a little detail like that? And of course, this part was skipped. What she's chanting right now is a spell to protect you, all from the Shaggies. So you better shush and not bother her if you don't want to die. And look at all Puck. This was skipped too. Like Puck tried to hug the other elf. I forgot her name off the top of my head, but it'll come to me. But Puck's like, I missed you. Whoa, what's his deal? He shrunk. But at least the actual incantation that's in the manga, or I should say that's in the anime, matches the manga. It is correct. Yes, we have the correct incantation. Thank God. We have the correct incantation. Oh, where was the, like I said, it was magic from the Fae. Like, is this just no elf time? It's like this, like, I swear, like, the elves are not getting their time right now. It's really annoying as shit. Of course, there's no You Owe Us one. The elf comedy is being, like, completely cut out this week. I just don't get why. I mean, the elf comedy is what makes Berserk, one of the things that makes Berserk, to me, awesome, really awesome. Because I love the comedy in this manga. It's, fucking Puck is just hilarious. And like, stop draining the... You stop being elfish, damn it, anime. Stop being elfish. This was completely cut off as well, which was first, you know, Farnese is thinking a witch, and then Shariki. This was completely cut up. I don't understand why you're cutting out little details like this, but this was cut from the dialogue. I used her hair as a catalyst to project the power of fire elementals along the flow of Ode. After all, to those not of this world, it is the same as being shot with fire arrows. Ode? Elementa? Don't bother telling these guys stuff like that. And then we get back to the manga canon here. Where's Puck saying you got schooled right where it hurts? Like, the elf comedy is not. Oh man, like. I want my elf comedy! Like, where is it, anime? You bitch! Oh, and I Must Go was cut off, was skipped as well. And A Little Learning's a Dangerous Thing was cut off as well. It wasn't there. It was completely skipped. This is just getting annoying on how much dialogue is being skipped, as well as the inner monologues. And this is starting to feel like Berserk 2016 when the stuff as much dialogue and shit is being skipped. But again, the only thing that Berserk gets a pass for this week, is that the flow of events are at least correct. It's not like jumping to stupid bullshit. Yeah, they cut like a few comedic scenes. They cut like comedic scenes out, and that really frustrates me. But the flow of events here is actually pretty close to is actually, I should say, spot on to the manga. It just annoys me that some of the stuff they cut out is like characterization stuff. I just don't understand why they would do that. It's kind of annoying. Where's the face saying no, now you've done it? Like, come on! What is she, just decoration? This was cut off. This was, why did you cut, when Puck said, Uga have an acorn, Monkichi. And then, Pico, this was cut too. Shall we leave him be? He seems to enjoy this. What was the other thing? Oh, and the Fae that said they're a bunch of idiots. That was cut too. And then this was cut from Shariki's dialogue as well. And this is basically the end of chapter 198. Even though I didn't formulate with group magic, they saw the pentagram. Has this region been invaded by the other layer to such an extent? Like, that girl, that man too. But the rest of that was there. Who are those two? It's like they're attracting distortion. That was there. But like, I just don't understand why we're cutting out so much dialogue. Like, I would understand, like, I understand scenes if you're saving it for more important stuff, but why are you cutting off dialogue and shit? Like, this is getting annoying. But I loved the animation for the magic, and I'm glad that we got to see EC as a fucking monkey, because that was great. And now we're going into chapter 199. I'm still not happy about the characterizations, but I mean, going into chapter 199 and how the anime is doing chapter 199 right now, it is so fucking perfect. I am so glad, because other animes, like Sugumomo, for example, probably wouldn't have done the facial expression. So this was skipped. We had a little bit of inner monologue, but someone other than me will save you was cut. But and also was this, ook, quit that, you telling me that makes me feel all creepy, ook. And I think, oh, this was cut too. When I'll go back to, when will I go back to normal? Ook. Well, was cut as well. I wish that we wouldn't be losing so much dialogue in comedy, but whatever. And the rest, oh, I forgot to finish the rest of this inner monologue that was cut from Guts, which is for now, that's fine. I would only hurt you. But something like the enemy's doing though, and we saw it earlier in the episode as well, is we're seeing the visuals of it, like that the inner monologue is happening because we see the dog, the demon dog. But like we're just not, you know, getting the actual dialogue of the inner monologue, and I don't know if that should that should piss me off or I should be happy for it. But like in this case, I'm at least happy we have the visual there, and that wasn't completely cut off. But I still wish we would have had the inner monologue though from Guts. It's kind of annoying that we didn't. So this portion of the dialogue was cut off as well, or was completely skipped, I should say. I'm sorry, not cut off. Completely skipped. Still, trolls and a witch? What, you don't believe me? Oh, it's gone. No, I did not mean that. I've seen enough ghosts and monsters recently to be sick of them. I was just thinking that compared to those, they seem a bit fairy tale-ish. Yeah, come to think of it, who are you to talk? Trolls and a witch? Could there be an apostle? And then the anime is actually now we're with the anime is in the manga. So let's get to this. This was cut from Puck's dialogue as well, which was we're not gonna eat ya, which was that's another thing that I said anime's been doing, is just been cutting, you know, lines in like really weird spots. But anyway, I will make my rant about that this week. I have to, because this is not the only anime that this has been happening to this week. All of them have been doing it. So we're just skipping everyone's dialogue except for except for Morgan's right now, I guess. This is what was basically skipped. The trolls, huh? Are you from around here? Even Morgan's. I think this was mentioned. My village is about an hour from here, which was mentioned. But anyway, is there any way we can see him there? Fine by me. The sun's still high anyway. And then we get back to the canon here. So the first night of winter was definitely not in here in this anime. So thanks a lot for cutting that part out of the anime, so we don't know what night it was. It was just that fateful night. It wasn't the first night of winter or anything, right? So we're even skipping parts of Morgan's story, which is this. Not only do they ruin the fields and steal livestock, they even carry off our women and children. Because of the war with the Kushan, heavy taxes are imposed on the people. Enosh village was poor to begin with, and it will be all we can do not to starve to death this winter. Now we are raided by creatures of legend. It is just a matter of time before the village is wiped out. And then this is actually on track, I think, with the anime. Let me just double check my notes. This old familiar feeling was skipped from Puck, but I want to say that the animation for the trolls and for the barrier and the stone element that Shiriki activates, you know, because of the elementals and stuff. Oh my god, it is so beautiful. Oh my god, it is so beautiful. The witch's house is so gorgeous. Oh my god. But why did you screw up the fucking dialogue? So I gotta read what it says. Oh, trees growing out of a house. Wait, is the house growing out of the trees? And then this was skipped as well. Wow, this is just like a fairy tale. Wow, some sparkly things. Hey, we found it already, mister. Oh, and then it really wasn't a dream was there as well. But then here we go. Hold on a second. Oh, this was skipped from Puck. You'll just get turned into a Monkichi again. That was skipped. So you're really not gonna have Puck saying anything at all? It's got an afro. Oh, that's funny, witch. And then Puck says, this isn't a stone statue. It's called a golem. It's a mud puppet used as a helper or house guard by witches. Yeah, we're just not gonna have elf comedy this episode. This is just really getting annoying. Ugh, why? Just why, Berserk? We know you're a serious manga / anime, but you have to have your comedic moments too. The manga does. Why can't you anime? Like, seriously. The golem, I will say right now, is fucking beautiful. That golem is animated beautifully. And no way, nice afro was cut too. I forgot to mention that. No, Something's Different was cut as well. And I think Pico should be scared or just laugh was there. But this was skipped as well from Puck was who will win, dirtbag or bag of dirts. But at least the facial expression was there, so I'm not gonna give too much crap for that. And then we're going into chapter 200. Like, I'm just like thinking, damn, we could have just ended the episode here, and we could have still had our inner monologues and our characterization shit for EC and for Lady Farnese. And we would have had an episode, and we could have ended it here, and I would have been very happy with that. But no, we still have a little bit more to go. And this was really kind of screwed up. The line EC was supposed to say is, "It's no use. Even if you break them, they come right back together." And this was skipped as well, which was, "It's useless." This was Shiriki's inner monologue here. "It's useless. The golems will continue to regenerate each time they're broken. Eventually, they'll either run in fear or collapse in exhaustion. Oh, look at him trying hard. But how do they pass through the barrier? Normal humans shouldn't be able to enter here. Is there some secret about those two after all? Or is this too an effect of the appearance of the hawk? Hey, that guy's sword is amazing. Ooh. Don't forget swords. It's easier... forget swords. It's easier to smash them with sticks. Eek, that is, but still, somehow they seem accustomed to this. So close. Bring it. When you think about it, they're not much different than the usual spirits. Their dumb faces make them less frightening. They do. No. And then, yeah, the anime cut a lot of stuff out. Yes, they did. Come get some more, and it doesn't regenerate was skipped as well. Go Sharik, get him was skipped as well. But the rest, I love this animation. The animation of the fighting with the fight scene against the golems is so nice. I love it. Even the little doll is freaking adorable. This was skipped as well, was Mistress, but yes, Mistress, I understand. It was just getting good. Like, I don't know why they're just cutting a lot of Sharik's stuff out. It's just driving me nuts. I don't understand it. Like, you'd think since you're introducing a new character, you would freaking at least want to have show her, or at least have her have as much dialogue from her as much as possible. But nope, don't get anything from Puck at all. All the Puck stuff is skipped, and this is what Puck says. This takes me back. It does? Lots of magic users live where I came from. I hung out with them a lot. Ah, the memories. You swindling sprite. Why did you cut this out? Like, why are you cutting the Puck stuff out? Like, Puck is my favorite character, so I'm kind of biased, but I love Puck. But at least Sharik's facial expressions are perfect. I love it. This facial expressions between Sharik and EC are fucking perfect. Oh my god, like frame for frame, panel for panel, it is perfect. Even when after Guts whacked him is perfect. Like, because there's some animes, like Tsukumomo, for example, that won't do that kind of facial expressions like that. And it just makes me happy that Berserk is actually matching the facial expressions like perfectly. It makes me so happy. So you're not gonna even let Flora say who she is, which this is what it is in the manga for those that are too lazy to read. I am Flora, the mistress of this mansion. That's cut. That's skipped. Like, what the fuck, anime? Like, really? You're gonna skip that? This was skipped as well, which was, in a way, she is a monster. You be silent, monkey. And this was skipped too. Lady Farnese. And then the witch says, young lady, you needn't be so frightened. That's what Flora says. And then the actual dialogue is correct in the anime here for the rest of this portion of Flora's dialogue towards Lady Farnese. And the episode ends at the end of chapter 200. So I gotta say, out of all the episodes this week that I've done reviews for, Berserk, you are not the worst this week. You were actually a little bit better. You were a lot better than a lot of the other animes I've reviewed this week. Minus, of course, Natsume in the Book of Friends. Natsume in the Book of Friends is a whole nother level of awesome. I love Natsume in the Book of Friends, but for Berserk, like, I will say this for you, Berserk. You at least had followed the flow of the events of the manga perfectly, minus a couple of, like, you cut like a big comedic scene at the beginning of chapter, I think it was like 198. Yeah, it was 198. You cut a good chunk of that scene. Or no, it wasn't 198. It was 196, I believe. Yeah, you cut a big... No, it wasn't 196. It was 197. Shit. You cut a big chunk of that scene out. The problem I have with this episode is that it's cutting out a lot of the comedy, and something that this episode is doing that a lot of the other a lot of the animes have done this week is cutting out, like, I'm talking about for manga and anime adaptations, is they're cutting out important characterizations. Like, they cut out Ishi's, they cut out Lady Farnese's characterization, and hell, they even cut out some of Guts's good inner monologue stuff that's going on too. So I'm curious what you nerdigans thought of this episode. I would say this episode is still better than episode 2. Episode 2 was the worst of this season. This episode, would I say this is better than last episode? To an extent, yes. I would say that it was better than last episode because there was a lot of shit cut from last episode as well. But I mean, for the most part, but last episode it wasn't following the complete flow of events really well, and also, like, there was still a lot of shit that was skipped at the end of the last episode that they didn't even cover, that should have been covered. But this episode doesn't do that. I liked where it ended. It was fine. Again, just the main beef that I have is the inner monologues and the comedy being cut. It just is very, very annoying. And I hope that this doesn't happen in the future, in future episodes. I'm praying that this doesn't happen. Please, for the love of God, stop cutting the comedy. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about this episode in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to the Nerdigans Inc. expansion, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to the Nerdigans Inc. PayPal, Patreon, or purchase something off the Nerdigans Inc. Amazon wishlist. All those links are in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on the Twits, aka Twitter, follow my Twitch channel, and friend me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. And until next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!